My People is playing, and that's the fate of both worlds decided here in Super Low. Vinny brings them with the Feast of the Abyss, and Harvey drives all forward with their own fate of both worlds. It's healing for everybody. The end song ignites, and Harvey just gets cooked under the pressure into the microwave. They close the door, they lock it down. 100 Thieves now need a plan to try and keep this one contested. It's already halfway captured for the side of Rad. A recontest of a portal might well be on the cards here if Terra respawns, but it's going to be Delana who hits in first with the dance. The butterflies managed to get rid of level 1. Croak fates up on the docket, trying to hunt down. Oh, what a bounce from Trust Me! Bro's absolutely crazy. Delana didn't see that one coming, and Naga's turning up the temperature. The Kelvin level rises. TTK looks away and takes down Melio in their own right. As guess what? In the midst of all this, an Iron Fist has arrived. Terror in mid-air. The hot drop not able to compete, and that's going to be Naga coming up close to the flame clusters, making sure that the chi itself is absolutely melted.
Yeah, it's just dealing with some of these picks coming on for 100 Thieves trying to force level 1. Croak into feeling pressure to utilize that ultimate so they don't have it the next round. The regeneration domain's going to be burned almost immediately, and still Rad haven't been able to finalize these picks. Melania gets the Human Torch, Meldio trades it to the Venom, and it's going to have to be level 1 Croak parting with the God of Mischief instead.
Harvey's managed to get it as well. Everybody's dancing on the point. It's a good time for all and sundry. Karaoke party. They're singing Fate of Both Worlds. They're waiting to see who's a rival till the end. The assembly is called as the Freedom Charge moves forward. Terra's regeneration factor cannot deal with the damage that is brought forth. Melania's rolled in with the shield, blocking off the heals to make sure that maybe 100 Thieves convert upon the stuns that were delivered by the Eye of Agamotto. Dancing away once again, Luna Snow desperately begs for their team to cling to the realm of the living, but on the Celestial Husk, the symbiote claims all and sundry. They return to the soil, they return to the tendrils, and we'll move on to map number 2.
What an overtime fight, though. If they weren't up against a composition with a Luna, a Captain America, both of these teams now without that Loki ultimate, going to have to come back into this fight with just the base Luna as a defensive. Delena's going to be holding onto that Eye of Agamotto, though Naga back on the Human Torch might be vulnerable up in the sky with no shield to protect him from it.
No protection available. Vinny on the thing, at least is going to be a lot more of an issue for Naga, hence the swap back over. Might well be able to grab up Terra here with the Cosmic Fastball as well for even more Berserk state damage. Naga playing around the outside. It's going to be very difficult to deal with actually. It's mostly going to be the Luna Snow who's able to actually put some threat over onto Naga here.
Yeah, has to be careful that he doesn't get jump caught by Vinny on the thing, though!
Oh, no.
And talking about getting caught! That last stand just got too many players from Rad's side. Fate, no choice, has to go for the ultimate just to keep the team sustained. What a catch of the shield to come on through and block Rogero's Meteor, and Delana, the hero of the hour, still holding onto the Eye of Agamotto as well. And he invests it at the same time as the wall looks for the grab.
The double dodge onto both the Feral Leap and the Eye of Agamotto as well. A lot of resources used there to try and shut down Naga, but now he's coming in with his own vengeance. Many of the Flame Tornadoes might well be eaten up. TTK looks for a speculative usage here of the ultimate, but doesn't quite connect where it's needed. Rad now still have the end song coming on back, but Melios returning from spawn due to the gift that was given over by Terra earlier. Harvey uses the God of Mischief to become Luna Snow, of course. The fate of both worlds will once more be proclaimed, and the fate of the lower finals as well. Taken from the air is Naga. Terra, the anti-air missile, the angry little man that is the Wolverine. Rogero's next to fall on down. Terra refuses to be humiliated 2-0 on control. And here on domination, it is domination for Terra. Too far away is Trust Me, and 100 Thieves even it up.
The target focus coming on through from 100 Thieves side is absolutely stellar. They know that. I mean, Delana too. Delana and Vinny are going to be ideally looking for a combo with Feast of the Abyss as well as down to the butterflies, but Rad are going to be doing everything in their power to prevent those two from sinking.
All right, Delana already under pressure. Now that's a primary target for Trust Me. Big bounces coming through. Over towards the end. Look to Vinny here in the back. Already the Cellular Corrosion has been used, and that's going to be a God of Mischief coming out from the side of Rad to try and turn this one around. Crook for now uses the Ice Arts. Wait before using the Fate of Both Worlds. But now it's going to be answering Melania's drive forward. It's Vinny's turn with a 40% damage boost. Still cannot find any finishing blows as it's good escapes thus far from Rad. Now it's Terra's turn towards the back. back the strategist in their sights, but it's Melio from the back. It's for Phoenix, for Savior, the one to bring light to a dark universe that 100 Thieves wish to proclaim here on Clintar. Melania, the next to go on down, the healing starting to fall away. Harvey is going to be able to false. Yes, oh no, never mind. Harvey's song is finished early by Rajaro. The Finn says that you got to turn off your music on the bus, and they're going to be boarding the bus to map number 2 with a 1-0 lead. Surely returning with the portal, the pentagram of Ferala. Terra climbs across the tree but is burned down by animal control, and Radar in complete control of Clintar.
Yeah, the only way that portal recontest would have gone further than just a later pick onto the Doctor Strange was if one of those strategists still had their ultimates available. That is one of the problems when you have a flyer composition who wins the first fight and they have some.
As Naga floats behind, too wary of the approach of TTK, the Dark Maelstrom is too alarming to stay near to, as Delana is finally returning, having given up the Phoenix, moving back more quickly on the Psylocke.
TTK is going to be coming on through with the Eye of Agamotto, but unfortunately for Rad, they don't have players to try and hold on to this one. It looks like it's going to be a teleport recontest coming on through from their spawn instead, but that means that they're going directly into the Eye of Agamotto if they're not careful. Regeneration Domain had to be used to make sure that the landing was safe, and that opens themselves up after Fate's ultimate ends.
Towards the top, that's going to be 2 stuns delivered. Trust me and Melio both going to be victims, so passive is taken out of the Wolverine, but Face to there with all the healing from the Fate of both worlds, an extra damage boost, because it's just enough to try and get rid of Harvey in the back. Melio caught out midway through the ultimate. What a clutch from Vinny. Terra and Delana also going to be contributing as they look towards the Captain America. The yell of freedom echoes out throughout the central parts of New York as all look on in awe as freedom is broken this day by the criminal empire of 100 Thieves. Yeah, Crook gets a consolation, but that's...
A Carbon Crush comes on to Vinny to prevent the group from having the Strangling Prison combined with the Supernova, and the threat has been dealt with, and Rad hold on to the space for longer.
Unbelievable value from a spinning pick there as well. TTK might have trouble getting out of this one. Delena's disengagement was actually waylaid by what Rajaro brought to the table. TTK staggered.
Rad know that they have to be careful about how close they hold to 100 Thieves with the Strangling Prison and that Supernova combination, and they're going to be playing in separate pockets of space, so if that does come through, it's a minimum amount of players who are caught rather than the maximum.
Vinny has to choose his victim. For now, it's a little bit tempting coming through from Trust Me. Terra taken down, 26 seconds remain. Vinny once again charmed by Rajaro. A quick grip with the Carbon Crush, and they turn that tree into coal.
Oh, all of the split angles that Rad were playing on line up for a perfect 3-point dive connection from both the Cap and the Psylocke and the Star-Lord. And 100 Thieves have a whole 10 seconds left to be able to try and get onto that objective. It's going to be up to the dashes from Delana, the Psylocke ultimate to cover the Supernova too. And
they're not corporeal!
On top point! Because Delana isn't corporeal in his ultimate, and he's not able to cancel out of it early enough in time.
Only the shadowed wimp.
What's the Loki ult? They don't want to take the fight. However, they do lose players on the disengage, which means 100 Thieves buy themselves the space back. Rad can't turn into the fight after the Loki ultimate's done. They have to wait for the respawns to come on through. Galactic Legend can be used to break this hold as Melania close to their own eternal bond, but not having it in play. 100 Thieves need to buy a little bit of stall to have it built.
140 seconds or thereabouts on the cooldown of a portal to return as well. That might prove crucial later on if 100 Thieves mean to return. Delana watching the approach of Melio, indeed a lot of damage already been taken. Fate of both worlds going to be popped right here as Terra has to try and disengage. Quick psychic shift away. A solo usage of the Fate of the Butterflies, an impact as well from the end song. But with all of this sent on out, it's going to be Melio who tries to get a conversion here. Trust Me finally delivers a final hit. A little bit of extra rage gained as the Galactic Legend once again should be written amongst the stars. And as I look across the cosmos, I see a coalescence of astral entities spelling out the name of Naga. And it's the name of Rad who are in life. Already, regeneration domains used. Moving forward, climbing the space with Eternal Bond.
It's the same play. Rad disengage after the Loki's been forced. 100 Thieves moving forward off of the Eternal Bond pressure that they have. But now Rad feel that they can take that fight. Inferno is going to be held for Terra as long as possible to prevent Rad's engagement and give 100 Thieves some stabilization. As we're in the last fight territory, 100 Thieves need to have a huge Eye of Agamotto follow-up because that's already regeneration domain forced.
And they've already going to move on forward. Terra's the one to try and keep that card contested. Delana over here on the Hela wants to stay at range to get maximum value out of a hit scan. 3 meters turn to 2, turn to 1, and no one's there. 100 Thieves find it stolen from under them as Rad dominate on the map pick of their opponents.
Yeah, Rad's just perfectly kiting out those Loki ultimates every single time that Harvey tried to come on for give 100 Thieves a little bit of a path forward. They're going to be trying to keep an eye on all of those inside angles as Rajara is forced to burn all of that diamond form because of the Bionic coming in through from Terra's End. But that convoy is still moving forward until now. In comes Naga with the Wolverine grab, and that's a trade of the Vanguards for both teams.
No chance to save TTK, and you can see that the regeneration of Maven is already burned as well. Naga sent into the midst of 100 Thieves, and yes, there is going to be a passive burn, but there is going to be the follow-up from Rajaro. Vinny was going so deep to try and convert upon the Wolverine, but Rajaro is more than happy to punish that one. 100 charge now, and you can see we're just going to be sipping on Harvey's doppelgangers.
Fate's ahead too in the cycle of Eternal Bond building in comparison to Millennia, which means 100 Thieves don't have a strategist ultimate to burn to navigate this choke for free and try and contest that convoy before it starts rolling into second, and that's so unfortunate. The strange portal from Vinny is out of sync with that convoy rolling on through. And off the Phoenix before the Eternal Bond dashes, but TTK can't find the Cloak and Dagger to stop the ultimate from lasting.
Yeah, a lot of space already has to be given away here by 100 Thieves, courtesy of that Terror. Kate and the Lady are taken down by the Eternal Bond itself. The ground itself hostile to the ambitions of 100 Thieves for the moment, as they manage to isolate the lane of Vanguards fleeing elsewhere, too scared of Sonic Seduction. It's Vinny in the back with very little HP to try and work, with no freedom charge either. And you can see that Fate right now is just speculating in the tunnel to try and stop the movement forward. Terror makes it to the cart just in time, but is overwhelmed in a war. Oh no! They haven't been able to contest in time.
Yeah.
This is ruinous for the ult economy.
Yeah, Millennia's ultimate. They burn off too much more, and they're going to fall back and wait instead of overextending.
The Dance of the Butterflies once more, ready to be summoned, thousand-folded steel in the hands of a shinobi to try and burn through the onlys that Rad are presenting. TTK stacked up with Sparks, and Harvey placed close to the door. He's ready to exit at a moment's notice, but TTK is going to be playing his own exit music right here. Play them off the stage, and Melania is going to be taken off of this one. A knockout delivered, and Terra's too far gone. Vinny's here trying to make something work and keep the cart contested, given over the metallic bulwark for a moment of extra life. Gripping to it so desperately, vitality is all that they can hope for. Vinny could be overwhelmed here, as it's going to be the Sonic Seduction already used. Elena TTK falling elsewhere. Vinny returns to the fray. The Cloak and Dagger here too, but Naga's ready to reign above it all. An imperious T-pose of the Phoenix establishes dominance on 100 Thieves.
Rad able to find the strategists. Harvey was so close to that God of Mischief. It could have. Naga on the Star-Lord though. Melia's going to go for the self-revive, and Rad is still going to make this time fight cost.
Okay, Crook revives himself in the back. You can see that Fate is hiding out. Or Melia, rather, I believe.
Yep.
It's going to be round the back, waiting for that Karmic Revival. It's just going to be using the passive ultimate charge form now. May throw out a live stream or two. Trust me, it's the opportune moment to chomp on through. The damage is barely even considerable here, as Harvey uses the God of Mischief within their own domain. The Asgardians are ever more powerful. Rajaro can't quite deliver, but the delivery here of damage could be everything onto a strangling prison. Level 1 Crook of Rajaro fall down, but it's Melia in the back. Once again, the Karmic Revival for healing is going to be there from Fate as well. It's going to be a fully charged re-engagement here. Naga falls down, but guess who's back yet again? It's the yo-yo of life and death as they move between this plane and the next. An attempt by Naga for a blaster barrage, converting upon the damage, but Delena reigns over it all on a throne of bone.
100 Thieves just look so much more disciplined in that fight.
Once again, it's down to Delena. You ask for a carry, and I'll give you, Vinny, a double wall, and on top of it, a spicy meatball. They've mothered their last Mia on this defense. Rad still have the healing delivered by Fate here with the Eternal Bond, and the bubble as well means there's plenty of sustain, even with the Strond Crow. After the Strond Crow being delivered, the damage can't quite break through. It's going to be the Vanguards making it onto a point. Terra's there with a greeting. Up comes the regeneration domain, and part of it's on point here as well. But a second Eternal Bond is so much additional sustainability. TTK on the sticks. He's mad with the rollers, delivers iron volley after iron volley, and I feel a metallic victory coming on for 100 Thieves.
100 Thieves, so much momentum as well. Rajara is going to have that Psionic Seduction to try and stall them, as they do not. Psionic Seduction from Rajara from the top ropes, reclaims high ground as well as low as they fall from it, and 100 Thieves are losing control of the situation.
Oh, they've lost control of it. That much is for sure. Taking out Harvey early meant there was no healing to work with, and 100 Thieves are back to the drawing board.
They're going to have to use ultimates. There's 10 seconds left. Vinny's onto the Doctor Strange for a portal to potentially give an off angle so that Rad can't just box them in as they walk from spawn.
Rolling forward, trust me, already falling low, but look at all the reliable healing coming through from the Loki. Has got excellent safety. For all these doppelgangers, it's going to be very difficult to dislodge from this place, and realizing they can't work against this portal as an effectively immortal shield, they give up a little bit of space. Level 1 Crook noted, might have to swap over to a different doppelganger here. Melio's already fallen on down, holding a fire from Delena, not wishing to charge up the Meteor M, and the reliable shield of Vinny once again is raised in defense of 100 Thieves. A big dream here from TTK, but they're simply not that kid. It's a man's game here as you let loose on the Meteor M, and Harvey's already down. A sentient seized, a victory claimed. 100 Thieves are running too low on members, but Delena says that I'll get the resurrection and bring Harvey back. Melio's down as well. Vinny stands as a stalwart statue, refusing to fall. Towards the back, it's Naga. Harvey once again taken down. Delena could be a hero here, but they're running out of chances, they're running out of members, and they're running out of hope. 100 Thieves, all they had was Delena, but Rad has everything, and Rad has a ticket to the finals!
EMEA are confirmed either 2 or 2nd. When it comes to overall placements, they will be seeing themselves a rematch between Envy, and it feels